Step is to take these visors, pull them off. There's a couple of screws here. There's one right there and one right on the other side, right there. We're gonna take those apart and pull the entire sun visor off. And same thing goes for the other side. Once we're done those two, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this screw and take this entire rear view mirror thing off. So I'll get back to you guys once I do that. Alright, so once you get your screws out, I like to have it plugged in from there, that way it doesn't just fall out. Just grab that and basically just pull on this side while you're doing that, and the entire thing will just come off. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to unscrew the visor. I'll get to you guys once I've done that. Now once you've got the rear view mirror off, there's going to be 3 more screws underneath. We're going to take those off. Now what we're going to do is try to take these screws out just for those little things right there. Once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to take this part off. Basically just grab it from the edges and pull it straight down. There's little clips like right there, 4 of them in total, and the entire thing just pops off like this. What we're going to do is now we're going to take off the A-pillar. The idea is just shove your fingers in here and just pry off. The entire assembly just comes off. So do this to this side, and same thing onto the other side. Off on both sides, what we're going to do is that there's little coat hangers at the side here. We're just going to unscrew those. Once we do that to both sides, I've already unscrewed this one side. You have to strip down this entire side. So I'm going to walk you through how to do the other side. Once you're done that, what we're going to do is that we're going to take the B pillars off, and the B pillars are just these right here. This entire thing. And these are just literally held in by these little plastic screws. Don't push in when you're screwing them, they'll come out themselves. You're gonna have to unscrew this screw as well to get this out. Actually, yeah, you will. So I'll get back to you guys once I'm done that. Just unscrew this screw a little bit. You can see it comes out like this. Basically just pull on it a little bit and the entire thing will come off. Keep these to the side, they're pretty easy to lose. Screws are out. What I also like to do is just get a flathead. And basically pop these little things out as well if they don't come off already, or just use your finger because they might pop off when you're popping the entire thing off. I need to get better gloves, but yeah, I'll get back to you guys once I get those out. Once you've gotten all those screws out, gotten this out from the bottom, just pop that screw and pull. I just pulled that out anyway, but it's literally very simple. Just grab it and basically just pull it off. The entire thing will just come off and slide its way out. Just put that off to the side. Then we'll move on to the next part. To start off, what we're going to do is we're going to take these panels off. The main goal is to take this entire thing off that holds this in as well. So what we're going to do is basically pop that screw open. There's a screw over here, pop that one open too. And there's one all the way down there. That's completely rusted for me, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Once that's done, open up these nuts. There's usually a bolt there too. And if you want this one, it doesn't really make a difference. There's little caps here. Don't lose those. It doesn't really make a difference. You don't even have to take them out, but just saying. On this side though, there was, for my car, it was kind of glued onto right there. So when you're taking it off on the passenger side, if you're in the USA or Canada, there might be some glue. Just pry that off and it won't be too bad. Before you can see the screw though, what happens is that there's a little cover here. There's going to be 2 screws down there and down there. Take those out and the entire thing pops off. That same thing for that side. The back comes off there and basically just pull those off and the entire thing comes off. So I'll get back to you guys once I get those screws open and I fight with that. Got those screws out. I'm just waiting for penetrating fluid on this one because it's kind of stuck. What you can do is you've got to now unplug this little plug here. That's just a little light out here, and that way you don't pop that off when you're doing that. Another thing you can do is basically just grab your hand, pull down here. There's a little clip here and a little clip up here. Pull those off and you'll have basically 2 tucks. Duck, right? Those 2, that means those are open. Then after that, what we need to do is there's 2 screws holding this in behind this pillar here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this entire thing off. And the way to do that is that there's 1 screw there, 1 screw right there. I took that one off already, and 1 screw right there. So take those 3 off and then it should come off. I'll update you guys I go and see if it doesn't. Just key thing to note though, on this side, it's not like that. What we have is basically there's one screw down here, right there, and then the rest is kind of held in by clips. So yeah, basically it clips off. So I'll get back to you guys once I'm done that. Hopefully this comes off pretty easy too, so we'll see what we have to do about that. Just grab and basically pull out, okay? So like right there you can see that it just clips. Yeah, you can just pull straight out. There isn't much to break, to be honest. So yeah, just do that. It might be helpful to pop open the hatch and do it that way. That's how I'm gonna do it, so I'll get back to you guys once I pop this off. Found to remove this to make it easier is to remove the T-top and then actually pull off the hatch trim, or the hatch trim, what I'm calling T-top trim. So just take that off too. I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. Removing the T-tops, when you get to this side, there is a little screw here that you got to unscrew, otherwise you're just going to be prying stuff, breaking it. On this side there was no screw for me anyway, so that's something there. There's some clips here. I broke this one. It goes here, and then there's a couple clips on the top right there. Focus. And yeah, basically it's pretty easy. There's a clip here that kind of fell off somewhere, but whatever. So yeah, there's a couple clips, that's all. It's only clips that hold it in. Just pull it off. Don't feel too bad about it. The metal won't break. If anything breaks, it's going to be the plastic. You can replace that easily. I found out that the seals on my window are coming off though. So I'm gonna have to do something about that, and now it's all over my hands. So yeah, now once you've done that, you see there's two screws here. Unscrew those and this thing will basically slide off. So let's do that. Let me put this to the side and I'll get to that. Using some brute force, I finally got this out. Well, technically cut it out, so whatever. It's gonna be underneath something. So basically once you're done that, make sure you unplug that light. So I'm gonna unplug that light real quick. With those screws, basically just wiggle this a little bit and kind of get that out. Just wiggle it. It kind of comes out all the way like that, and slide it down the little slot right there. That way it doesn't come in the way, and basically just grab it and the entire thing kind of just pops out. It's going to be stuck from here a little bit, so just grab that, slide that off, and the entire thing just comes out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's how you take off the side over there. Now we can basically get over to the headliner. Keep in mind everything that we did on this side is basically exact same on this side except for that one screw down there. That's the only difference. So yeah, we've done that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little light off. Just shove a little flathead screwdriver right there. Pry this little cover off and you'll see two screws. Unscrew those and the entire thing basically comes off. Make sure you unplug the little plug for the light. That little cover off, there's a couple screws, 1, 2, 3. You probably can't see them just because it's so dark in here now. So yeah, basically take the, wait, yeah, there we go. So 1, 2, and 3. Take those screws off and the entire thing will come off. That little light cover off, literally just pull it straight down the same way that we pulled over the climate control sensor thing off. Well, it's getting dark, eh? And then make sure that you take this little plug off as well. Now that everything's off, the only things keeping this part of the headliner up are basically these couple of screws. There's one screw there, one screw there, one screw right there. Fix focuses, one screw right there, and one screw right there. So take those off and the entire thing will basically come off. Including the back. We might have to take this trim off. If you see it, there's a little bit of trim right there. You probably can't see it because it's so freaking dark. But yeah, we'll see about that. To remove the headliner is to get these screws. There's 2 here and there's 2 back here. So just unscrew those and then I'll get back to you guys. Those screws removed, you can literally just like shove your hand in and pull the entire thing out. If you find this hard to do, you can take this back trim off, and the way to do that is literally these little things. Open up your hatch and slide this out. There's just like, not sure if you can see, let me see if I can turn that on. There's like little clips, but they just slide right back out, so that's not something to worry about too much. Now just grab this and literally like wiggle it, and the entire thing should just come off. Keep in mind there's the same thing here, so you're gonna have to pull it back kind of thing. And yeah, it's not too hard. On the headliner out, just key thing to know, it's kind of like hooked into the back here. So you're gonna have to pull the entire headliner back. Now, if you can't move it out, here's a better view of those clips. So literally just open up your hatch and slide this thing out. It kind of slides out. I got it out without that. So that's how to take off the headliner and strip the interior basically.